Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your September the 20th Spiritual Principle a Day in a meditation. Hope you're doing well this morning. Already getting through September, huh? Time flies when you're having fun. The title of this meditation is Hope Around the World. Narcotics Anonymous offers hope to addicts around the world, regardless of any real or imagined differences that might separate us. That comes from the Guiding Principles book, Tradition 1, opening essay. Addiction doesn't discriminate. Fortunately, hope doesn't either. A speaker shared during an international marathon meeting held online, and neither should we. Our hope lives at the intersection of anonymity, unity, acceptance, and inclusiveness. We believe that any addict can get and stay clean in NA. No matter who we are, what we've done, where we live, or any aspect of ourselves that on the surface would seem to separate us. To help us feel like we belong, we encourage each other to look for the similarities, not the differences, to focus on the message, not the messenger. We strive to bring this openness to visitors to our home group, into meetings and NA events. We're lucky enough to attend in unfamiliar settings with unfamiliar setups in other areas, in other countries, and in other languages. The universality of hope in our program and our message doesn't diminish the fact that there are differences among us, real ones. As important as it is for us to take responsibility to see past our own differences, we have perhaps an even greater responsibility to be inclusive of those who may have experiences or identities that depart from the group's majority. Actively including others assures a place for each of us and elevates hope for all of us in the rooms. To give hope to those who feel intimidated or unheard by the majority, some of us find it important to establish meetings that embrace a similarity of experience or identity. There's room for this diversity of hope's expression within NA. Autonomy also ensures that addicts are able to find each other in ways that are welcoming and safe, and acknowledge and honor the similarities inherent within our differences. NA's message of hope is heard around the world. I am an integral part of this hope. Today, I strive to receive that message from whoever offers it and to take responsibility for carrying it to whoever needs it. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Hope around the world. The differences within Narcotics Anonymous and the way that we're able to embrace those differences with each other, the spirit of inclusivity that we express with each other, I really believe is the thing that sets us apart from other organizations, other visions, other things that people might do to help themselves or help others improve in certain areas of their lives. The inclusivity piece of 12-step programs of any kind of help group is that if you can identify more than you can focus on the differences, you're welcome. If there's within a group of humanity a subgroup of all the people that have blonde hair, but not blonde hair and blue eyes, blonde hair and black colored eyes. That's a subgroup that has set itself aside and said, we need to make sure that we understand that we deserve to be here as much as anyone else. But if you need some encouragement, we have this group set aside for Wednesdays at 2:00 that you can come and meet all of the blonde hair, black-eyed people in the world that have the same similarities as you, right? So Narcotics Anonymous is a group for people that have a desire to stop using drugs, right? That's the only requirement for membership. However, within the worldwide group of Narcotics Anonymous, we obviously know that there are some differences. We choose to focus on the commonalities. However, it's perfectly within the norm to have subgroups established based on oftentimes culture. If I live in a certain area and it is predominantly people of color, then common sense would say those meetings within that area will be predominantly people of color. But that doesn't mean that when people that are not within that culture or ethnicity come into that meeting that they're not welcomed. No, that's not the case. They most certainly are, right? But sometimes beyond just location, the demographics of, a certain community, sometimes even within that, there may be a women's group, there may be a men's group, there may be a secular group, there may be a LGBTQI plus group, right? There may be other groups that form that have something else that is also in common, and they want to embrace that. That is perfectly okay and perfectly normal. I have a tendency not to support all of the other subgroups, only because for me personally, I like the diversity within the group itself. I'm okay with the diversity and the expression of it within itself. I don't feel like I need a women's group. I don't feel like I need a brown people's group. I don't need that sort of division for me, right? I don't need that. I wouldn't even say division, but just the specialty. I don't need any of that. And I've always felt that way, and I still feel that way. Does that mean I don't go to women's group? Of course not. I have been to some. I've spoken at some events that were thrown by some. But for me personally, what NA offers as a whole is okay for me. But if that's not you, then that means that you can go on the website, and in the search field, you can type whatever you think that specialty is, right? That you're looking for, and attend those meetings. This is a place where the base is broad enough for every expression of the addict, the recovering addict. It truly is. Hope around the world. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you. Have a beautiful day on purpose.